Up Close with the Wildcats is brought to you by Wasatch Front Kia on Riverdale Road.
Caldwell Taylor, I'm a defensive end for the Wildcats. I'm from Deweyville, Utah. Last year was really, for me, was a personal decision. Not to play, that wasn't the decision. The decision was between a professional goal of mine or playing, and you can't have them both, and so I actually chose to go the professional track. I took an internship with the company down in Salt Lake, it's one of the big four accounting, so for me it was kind of a no-brainer. The bad of that was that football couldn't happen at the same time. And it's really just one of those things, 70-hour weeks in the office don't coincide with weekends up here playing football and things like that. I came here with the priority of school, and eventually, football ends. So when it ends, I've got something in place that's going to just be take a next step. My wife actually ran into Coach Mack, if you want to hear the story. She's a banker. She's a teller at a bank. Ran into Coach Mack, and Coach Mack says, "What are you doing in the fall? What's your husband doing?" And he says, "Well, he's coming back up full-time to work on his master's." And he says, "He's not working anymore?" I said, "No, he's going to be here." And so I said, "Give me his number," and here I am. I tell everybody the story. She cried when I quit, and she cried when I decided to come back. But either way, it's her fault that I'm here. I met Nick on a recruiting trip. We both served missions, and when we came back, I saw him in the locker room. I said, "Hey, take my sister out." And he said, "What do you mean, just take your sister?" I said, "Just take her out." My sophomore year, I played alongside of him. He was our inside backer, and I was our Sam, and so I looked 3 yards to my left, and we were making the same calls and the same reads. And after practice, we'd see the same problems, we'd see the same strengths in the defense, and we're able to talk about those things sometimes even more than we wanted to because we were always together. You can't replace Saturdays, period. Even what I was trying to accomplish professionally is considered extremely competitive, but it's not as competitive as football. That's kind of what it boils down to. There's, you don't sit on the other side of a desk from some guy and suit up in your armor and go at it. But that's really what football is, especially the first couple snaps. You line up across from someone, you look them in the eyes, and you know what's next, and you can't mimic that feeling anywhere else.
Up Close with the Wildcats is brought to you by Wasatch Front Kia on Riverdale Road.
Caldwell Taylor, I'm a defensive end for the Wildcats. I'm from Deweyville, Utah.